we have permission, I assume, to do Amy's stuff.
Yes.
Do we know Amy's last name? We just call her Amy.
Amy 5.
Amy 5, got it.
Okay. Hey guys, you got a picture of me yet? I don't see one. I don't think there is. Let me see what I'm doing wrong. Oh, an error occurred. Okay, we'll try that again. Guys, you may be able to see me according to the comments, but I can't see me because of whatever. It's not showing up in YouTube, but you can see me. I'm going to try one other thing. It's a bit disconcerting not being able to... Well, it says I'm live, so I'm assuming you can see me. Let me get chat back up. Hang on, guys. Just bear with me. I'm trying to figure out why this is not working as it usually does. All right, well, you can see me, you say. I don't need to see me. I know what I look like, and you're not going to get to see Bud because he's in Georgia. I didn't go to Georgia yesterday because we had a hailstone the size of golf balls hailstorm outside, and wind and all kinds of carry-on. And that was a handy excuse for me being too busy to get away. And I didn't get up there yesterday. So the plan was I was just going to postpone this event until there was more time. And then it occurred to me today that I couldn't just not show up tonight. And I was going to need to come on and talk to you guys and explain what had happened, because I know a lot of you had expressed interest in being here. And, well, you're all here. So I thought, well, why don't we at least give this a try? Let me see if there's any way to hook up the connection through Zoom to Bud in Georgia, so that he and I can do the Photoshop thing. You get what you came for, and I don't have to drive 2 days up and down there. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Whether or not it'll work, I don't know. Bud and I have been practicing. One thing is very apparent is I can't share Bud's face and my face. It's a software thing. If any computer were to see both of our faces at the same time, I think the thing would melt down. So it just has to be one at a time. So what we're going to do is this. Bud has got a few cases, I'm going to keep calling them cases because he's a radiologist and I'm a surgeon. I shouldn't have said that, should I, Bud? Okay, he's not a radiologist and I used to be a surgeon. So, yeah, I keep calling these pictures cases because it's like we're looking at an x-ray together, but just ignore that. So let me run quickly through everything that you guys have said, which is too much for me to read all at one whack, to see if there are any questions or concerns before we get started. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my other screen so that Bud can say hi to you. Bud, your picture actually is showing up on the screen next to your Photoshop window. So I'm going to let you say hi to everybody. And I know Bud can't see the comments. This is another problem with this setup. I can, so I'm going to be communicating with you guys, reading your comments and passing them on to Bud as needed. He's going to be talking mostly about Photoshop because that's what he's an expert at. But while I catch up on your notes and hellos and everything, I'm going to switch the screen over to Bud. You're on now, Bud. You're very, very tiny in the right-hand corner of the screen, but you are there. So let's see if we can hear you okay.
Can everybody hear me?
Now, I can, but the question is, can they? Somebody let me know in the chat, please, if you can hear Bud talking. Give it a test, Bud.
Hello, everyone, from Douglasville, Georgia. Hope you're all doing fine, and we'll go from there.
All right. Is that a yep from Andrew? You hear Bud talking? Very weak audio. Okay, that is
Audio. Let's see if I can up my sound any.
okay. Now, there might be a way for me to add you as another audio input. This was another one of the problems we had, but this is an experiment, so we're gonna get it figured out.
Is that any better?
Nope, muted, too low. Okay. This is because what's happening is you're only hearing Bud through the input from my computer. In other words, when Bud talks, it comes over my computer and you're hearing it there. So I'm going to turn up the volume on my computer and see if that does anything. I'll try to talk softer. Try that, Bud.
Can anybody hear me any better? Let me see if I can change inputs or something.
No, wait a sec. Let's see, because that's much louder now.
Is that better?
Well, I don't know. They're going to let me know. It's definitely better hit from this end. It's more volume, but we'll see what it sounds like to the audience. Can you guys hear Bud any better now?
Yeah, we're experimenting, trying to make this work. So hopefully you'll be able to hear me soon.
Still not able to hear very well, says Brent from Pennsylvania. Phil A says better. And Mark says better. So I'll tell you what, while I'm checking the notes and everything, I'll let Bud explain to you what he's going to be doing, with what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to, in the meantime, just try a couple of other things on his audio. Yeah, I'll do that. Go ahead, Bud. Why don't you're on screen now. Why don't you tell the folks what we're going to do?
Fair enough. Can everybody see the picture submitted by Amy 5 of flower with a small green bee?
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Well, this was
tell you what, Bud, there's one other thing. Is there any way that you can sharpen up the treble on your sound? Is there any way you can control that part of it? Because it is coming across muffled.
I can try a different mic. Let's see if I can do that.
I'm trying to think if there is another way to get your audio in. There is no way to source.
Is that any better?
It takes.
Can you hear me better?
There's about a 3-minute lag. So whenever you ask a question, it's going to take 2 or 3 minutes for it to go out and for them to answer. So. Yeah, Andrew says it's a bit better. Brent thinks it's better too. So that was good.
Okay.
So have at it, and I won't interrupt you again.
No, that's fine. This is a picture that was sent in by Amy 5 of a beautiful little green bee on a flower. And so we decided to see what we could do with it to improve it for Amy, and maybe perhaps show you a couple of techniques in the in-between. One of the things that I'm going to do here is we will change perspectives, and this is where I cropped it and then I flipped it because I thought it gave a better feeling to the picture. Now, I'm all about art in photography and insects and plants and all of that, so I don't care whether they're upside down or whatever. It's to try to improve the image. So this is what I decided to crop it into with the bee as the main subject. So the next question is, what do we have to work with and what do we want to do? Is the bee currently the center of our attention? And to me, there's too much brightness in the flowers that bring your eyes in to see the bee. And so we need to diminish the flowers a bit, yet keep their color, and bring the bee alive, and perhaps even darken down some of the background. So when I look at a picture, I am deciding what I need to work on, and then how do I get there? And one of the things that you can do, of course, I'm going to show you, and you can see the bee's eye. I'm going to magnify it a little bit. Let's see if this works. Can you see when I magnify it? Is that shoved through? If anybody would give me a yes or no. But you can see that it magnifies a little bit for me. What I'm going to show you here is that this is a curve. And when I click on the curve, interesting, it's hiding from me. Let's see, I'm going to have to move your picture and my picture over a little bit. So this is a bizarre looking curve, but what I'm trying to do is lighten up the eye of the bee. And the actual mask looks like this. This is a luminosity mask, which I can show you in a little while what that is, but it takes the luminosity values of the image. It allows you to brighten them up using the levels, not a levels adjustment layer, but levels that you find way up here under edit and image rather, and you see mode adjustments, and you can get to levels under adjustments right there.
Bud, let's pause for just a second. Let me sort out a few of these technical problems. Hold on to that thought for just a minute. Guys, I need to respond to the comments so as you know what's going on. We are sharing a Zoom screen. We are on a Zoom call. The problem is the OBS software cannot take the Zoom output as an audio input. It's not one of the ways that audio gets into OBS. The only way I can get the audio into OBS is through the microphone on my laptop. And the microphone on my laptop cannot be separated from my keyboard, which is why when I have the microphone turned up to pick up Bud's voice, it's magnifying the keyboard. This was the same set of problems we had with the Allison interview the first time around. It's very frustrating, and I wish I had anticipated this problem. I can't do, Chris, I can't do anything to Bud's audio because it's not really Bud's audio that's the problem. It's the fact that Bud's audio is not going into the feed. It's coming through my feed, and my feed is set up for a voice, at 3 feet away from it, not to pick up sound from the loudspeaker of the computer. So it's kind of complicated, but we are doing everything that you can do, short of having a separate way to get Bud's sound here. How about Bud, if we tried getting you on a call as well? I wonder I wonder if there's a way to get your phone input as an input to my computer. That's the problem, guys, is Zoom and OBS don't play well together, and there is no way that I can take an audio feed from the Zoom call into OBS that I know of. I'm sure there is, but so what are you guys saying? Let me see if there's anything in here that I haven't thought of. So I get it that right now the sound is too muffled, and nobody can watch a video or a live stream with bad sound. I understand that. I wouldn't. And as much as I want to keep going, we can't do it with terrible sound because it makes a terrible video and you won't be able to concentrate. So let me see what we have by way of comments, and if there's something that'll give me a bit of an idea, then I will certainly try it. Okay, so we're getting, let me see. It was louder but better for a while. Got that. Clear, not as clear, muffled. Yep, okay. So,
Is that any better?
no, because I've had to turn down my microphone so that I can talk. When my microphone's...
How about that? Is that better? Is that any better?
No, I mean that's better. It sounds better to me, but it's not going to be going out over the OBS feed like that.
Got my input volume turned almost to max. If I go any further, I'm probably going to distort.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Bill Wheeler asks you to increase the size of the image. I bet he's watching on his phone. But let me get back to this. Andrew, you're saying doing shared screens works a lot better on Zoom. Right, well, we are on a shared screen. I am just sharing my screen in OBS. I'm using one of my screens as a feed for OBS. So we're on the same Zoom call. We are sharing a screen. It's just that when you share, I've got the view set to just show the speaker. So I think we're talking about the same thing.
That's not any better. I'm still trying things on my end.
Yeah, Andrew, you are looking at his screen. That is correct. You are looking at his screen because he is screen sharing in Zoom. And I am sharing with you my Zoom feed. So what you're looking at now is my screen sharing of Bud's screen sharing. Okay, so that is it. So doing shared screens works a lot better on Zoom. We are on Zoom and we are sharing screens. I just happen to be sharing my screen of us sharing the screens, and that's it. I'm not gonna go through that again. That was confusing. Is there a way we can do this, Bud, without sound that would be meaningful?
No, I don't think so, because I'm going to be showing them things they may not have seen.
Okay. I could set up, yeah, okay, here's an idea. Here's an idea that Andrew just came up with that I really like. We could, because there are only, how many of you are there? 34 people. We could can the live event and go over to Zoom, and I'll just I'd have to invite everybody to the Zoom meeting because or could I just start one and then post the address in the notes here? Yeah, that would be interesting, and then everybody would just show up, and that might be good, and then I'll just take this video, will go away. How does that sound to everybody? Would anybody be interested in jumping over to a Zoom meeting if I was to start one and put an address up, or do you just want to say the hell with this and either just talk for a bit or go on about your way? I was going to do another live stream either tonight or in the morning, doing a Premiere Pro kind of semi-tutorial, but that's another matter. Zoom works great for groups. Yeah, well, the Zoom will be fine. The Zoom will sound good because you'll be on your own Zoom call with them. I see yes and yes and yes. Zoom works great. I'm going to jump on Zoom. Yay, Zoom. Okay, Zoom it is. I am going to do the following. I am going to stop our Zoom session, Bud, in a minute. Bud, could you log on to YouTube and go to my live station and just look for the address for the new Zoom meeting and then just jump on?
Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing.
Yep. And I will see you over there.
And I will go to find it.
Okay, so it's back to moi on the screen, and Bud is leaving Zoom. In fact, I am going to end the Zoom meeting.
Where will I find this, Alan?
Over on YouTube, if you go to YouTube and look for my live, just type in my channel, Alan Moore's Photography, and click on the live button, and you'll see what's happening now.
Okay.
And I've also, you should have the URL. I sent you an email a couple of days ago.
You'll see a live button when I go to Alan Moore's Photography.
It's on my videos. If you go to the video list, I'll email you the link.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
I'm having trouble finding it.
Yeah, it'll take a minute. I'll get it to you as soon as I can. I'm going to stop this meeting. All right. Okay, guys, that meeting is over, and I am starting a new meeting.
Recording in progress.
All right. Now I am going to find an invitation for this meeting, and okay. You can't see any of this, but I'm doing computer stuff, and it's absolutely fascinating. Now let me find the chat thing. There it is. And here is the link to a Zoom meeting. How about that? Now, there are going to be people coming on, and I'm going to stick around here for just a second and leave a note for anybody that comes on in the messages with this link. So hopefully in a minute people will start showing up, and I am a paid Zoom. Yeah. Oh yes. I should have said, if you don't have Zoom, it will link you up to the meeting. It'll probably try to sell you Zoom, but I have a paid thing. So yeah, Paul, I did paste it in there. Oh, it says waiting for host. Yeah, it's because I'm talking to you over here. You've got to give me a minute to get over there, guys. This is tough stuff for an old man. Okay, 4 people in the waiting room. I'm going to let you all in. My head's going to explode from doing this. All right, hang on a sec. If you haven't been let in yet, it's because I haven't pressed the button, but I just did. Wow, look at this motley crew showing up. Guys, welcome. Now, there's going to be a disconcertingly long lag, so I'm going to stop saying anything because it's like 3 minutes to go to YouTube and back. You guys chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to keep letting people in, and I'm going to go find Bud and pull him over.
I had to do Zoom meeting for classes for the last 2.5 years.
Oh, I thought you meant tonight for 2.5 hours. Oh, yeah. I've been doing it. It seems I live on this thing. All right, guys. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. If you hear me...
We keep letting people in, and I'm going to go...
See?
Find Bud.
The lag. Hang on.
I thought you meant tonight for 2.5 hours. I've been doing it. It seems I live on this thing.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
I've been using it
Chat
for
amongst yourselves.
10 years.
I'll be right back. If you hear me...